What? You little shit.
Good evening, Pittsburgh sports fans. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Sports Desk. Joining me are my co-host, Mac, Edward, and Tracy. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Morning, fellas.
I got it.
Trace, what's so funny? Trace, what's so funny? Share it with everybody, Trace.
Playing with
To
his
the
dog.
cohort. I'm into this.
Share it with everybody, Trace. We all want to know what's so
the
funny.
dog. And the dog. You and the dog
Me
competing.
and the dog. Tell me what's funny. Come on, let's hear it. How am
I
I
just
funny?
told you.
It's just like
Funny how you're like a clown.
Yeah. Okay. I know you like to giggle a lot when we open up the show. I never know what's funny. I don't know if I'm funny. I don't know if there's something going on in the room that's funny or what. Share it with us, man. We want to know. TV Land wants to know, Trace.
Well, between you complaining
Okay,
about
what do I do
club
funny?
parts and whatnot.
What do I
Jesus
do?
Christ. You ask a question and then talk in the middle of the damn answer. You know that? If you would do a lot less talking and a lot more listening, it'd be a lot funnier.
Okay. I probably
Are we
would.
ready?
All right.
I'm ready.
All right.
Fuck, man.
Shh. No language. We'll have to go hard.
All right.
Well,
So
quit pushing buttons.
That's a
I'm
more.
not pushing buttons.
What the hell you want? Leave me the hell alone.
I'm not pushing any buttons. All right, gentlemen.
Hit your eye.
Let's talk. We got a lot to talk about. Well, I don't know if we have a lot to talk about. You think we have a lot to talk about?
Yeah, of course
Kind
we
of.
do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know we usually always have a lot to talk about, but I figured we'd talk a little bit about these coaching hires. What you like, what you don't like. I mean, I don't know. I got mixed emotions about some of them. I think overall they're pretty decent, but I don't know. And then I wanted to get into free agency, talk a little bit about who we think should stay, who we think should go, because there's a lot to unpack there. And then I figured that we get into the Pirates. Hey, pitchers and catchers just reported today. I know Paul Skeens spoke. A couple other ones spoke as well. So we're into that, and there's been a lot of signings. Also, I want to get in this whole McCutchen thing. I mean, I have kind of a theory. I don't really think he's going to be back. I think with the signing of Ozuna, that might be the end of the McCutchen era. We'll get into that. I just have a lot of thoughts on that whole thing. I just think both sides are kind of handling that pretty poorly right now. And then Penguins, I mean, we're on the break. We're on the Olympic break. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of empty not having hockey right now. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't mind the Olympics, but I'd rather have the Penguins back. I mean, I don't know. I'm really missing Penguins hockey right now. And then, I just feel like we should mention it. Pitt basketball is just atrocious. Another loss last night against Duke. You got you got North Carolina. You're going to North Carolina on Saturday. They've got their work cut out for them. This guy just is. I can't imagine what the practices are like with this team. I mean, it's just not good. And then I figured we'd talk a little bit about the Riverhounds. I mean, it's fast approaching the season. I know they've had some preseason games and some things like that, and we just. And then I wanted to get your guys' take. Are you guys watching the Olympics at all? And what are you watching if you're watching it? So also too, I totally forgot about this. We want to talk Super Bowl as well. I want to get your recap on the Super Bowl, and I want to also get your take on the state of the NFL, because I know a lot of things that I've been hearing this week kind of looked at that game, and it was a very boring game, and it's raised the question of the state of the NFL. From what I've been hearing a lot in the media. So let's get into that. But all right, let's first talk about some of these hirings by McCarthy. What do you like? Who do you like first of all, and who do you kind of like? Why did he hire this guy? Trace, you start us off, bud.
Well, the defensive guy, we're all still up in the jury's out there, right? Because of the positioning. All his defenses really haven't ranked that well. So we want to see what he does there. So I don't know that we're that excited there, but the offensive guy seems to be something I don't know what they want to say. A cog, a different type of cog is what they're explaining him to be, but we haven't seen him do anything yet. Hopefully that translates to something new on the field, something innovative. That's all. That's what we're looking for. That's the excitement. Maybe something innovative.
Okay. Matt, go ahead. What do you think? Who do you like?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we touched on this a whole lot already. This Angel guy,
yeah,
basically, you know, a good placeholder, a guy, you know, without being the play caller, and the defensive coordinator's a little lackluster. Period.
All right.
I'm not going to bash him up anymore. I already crushed him a million times, so I'll leave you go ahead.
Okay, Ed.
I don't know that the organization has a vision still. We always talk about this. We talked about this, the three of us, and then we added the mastermind, Dr. McCown. They don't have an identity, right? We've been asking them. We've been asking that question, the three of us, for at least 4 years, right? So without an identity, I don't think it really matters who the coaching staff is. I hate to be that simple, but for me, it just is. I mean, if your identity was defense, you failed on your coaching hire, right?
Yeah.
If your identity is offense, you've succeeded. They don't have an identity. I think this is I say this to everybody, and not to be, you know, dismissive. This is a true crossroads in this organization. I mean, they're on the verge of being like the bottom feeders in the NFL, 10 years away from being 10 years away. If they don't have a common vision, and that's from the scouts down to the person that takes the ticket down to this, they're in more trouble than any of us even think. It's hard to say if they succeeded in their hirings, because we don't understand. Like, Tracy doesn't understand what they're doing on defense. Mac doesn't understand the whole hiring of McCarthy himself. So if you don't have that united vision, I don't know what if they just trot out the same team, they're not going to win. And all they're doing is delaying another year of a development of a quarterback, because you can't win in the league without a quarterback. You can argue that Sam Darnold wasn't that great, but he's a first-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
And he threw for a lot, and they made it through the playoffs, first team in NFL history to make it through the playoffs without any turnovers.
Right.
So, I mean, obviously he's taking care of the ball. I just don't know what their vision is. Maybe you guys can figure out their visions. I don't have any idea.
Yeah, I got a question for you. I hate to interrupt there. What's the deal with this Skarnecki guy, by the way? What does anybody know anything about this guy? And what exactly is a chief of staff? You know, how does that work with the head coach?
Who did they hire? I didn't see. I'm sorry.
Skarnecchia or something?
Dante Skarnecchia? I mean,
I like.
I'm sorry. I missed it. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Mac,
Steve Skarnecchia is the chief of staff of the coaching staff. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, like, you know, if you're a head coach, you're head coach, and you're the chief of staff.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm reading right now.
I can't. I don't know. I don't see anything on. I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I mean, he's been with the Jets and the Falcons, and he was an assistant, I think, when Artie Smith was down there. I believe. I might be wrong on that, so don't hold me to that one. But I don't know what role that would hold. You know, in an organization.
Been in the league 17 years. He's been in the same position.
Yes,
of chief of staff for several teams.
He's we got at Diesel 14775. He helps with scheduling and things like that. Like, hey, you've got Lamar's class in 20 minutes, or
exactly.
Team meeting. Oh, okay.
Acupuncture.
I mean, his
team meeting.
His dad is a legendary offensive line coach, Dante Skarnecchia. Okay. He was with the Patriots for years. So, Mac and I, Dr. McCown and I were talking. the French name from another place. Les Barons, we're talking about it earlier, that they don't have that many coaches on their staff. So this makes number 13. So I guess that's good, right, Mac?
Well,
Yeah.
no. I mean, no, that wasn't the message. I don't know what McCarthy's doing now. Like,
Well, I think it's the minutia.
Well-
what time do you want to leave? What time do you want to get to Cleveland?
Yeah, I don't look at it as a bad thing at all. I think they
I
lack
think
that.
it's good too, Billy.
Yeah, I think they lacked that with under Tomlin. I mean, they didn't
I hear
have.
you guys.
They didn't have any. He was making all the damn decisions, and there was nobody. He had no. You know, he had no. He was with the Pats when they were cheating. Okay. Well, hey, you know what?
Thanks, Diesel, because that's the best thing I've heard about this guy yet.
Exactly. Yeah, we like him already.
I think it's Mac. I think it's just taking the administrative piece out of it.
Yeah,
What
I mean that's
hotel
what
do
I
we
think.
stay at?
Because
Blah, blah, blah.
Tomlin had to. He had, and I hate continuing to talk about this guy because it is kind of. It is kind of water under the bridge. How are y'all guys doing today? We're doing good. We're doing good there. Who is this
No, Vegas TIG.
Okay. I almost said something else.
I know you did. Vegas TIG.
I got something else on the brain. I'm
Non-speaking
sorry.
answer. Vegas TIG.
I can't. I don't know why, Bill. But anyway,
yeah. You don't know why I know. Yeah. No, I mean, I look at it like this. There was a skeleton crew when Tomlin was here, and he had to have his hands in everything and making all the decisions. And there was, I mean, hell, you didn't even have a person in the sky, looking at certain things to throw challenge flags on like most teams have. I mean, there was just lacking, he had to have full autonomy of everything. And when I look at McCarthy, I think he's coming in and he's saying, you know what, I'm going to try to hire the best people, and I'm going to try to let them, and I'm going to delegate to them some of these responsibilities. I'd say the only exception would be, Angelecchio. I mean, I think, he's coming in. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's going to have a big piece in the offense. Obviously, he's offensive coordinator, but I mean, he's not going to be calling plays. We know Mark McCarthy's going to be calling the plays. So, I mean, McCarthy is bringing in more guys, opening up positions, more minds is good. I agree, Diesel. I mean, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. I think the more minds and the more innovators you have in the room, I think the better, especially this day and age. All right. I mean, this isn't 1996. This is 2006 or 2026.
Billy, just like Ray Fitz said, he complimented there be a robust staff. And I think this is what we're seeing, the robustness of it all.
Yeah. I wonder if Mike took less pay to be able to hire this staff.
There's no salary cap on coaches.
Yeah.
You can literally spend whatever you want on coaches.
Yeah.
So I obviously it's a good thing.
Be nice,
The
Ed.
more I read, it's just the fact that Tomlin just wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Diesel says got to be better than what we had. I agree. I mean, I totally agree with that. I think you're spot on that, Diesel. I think it's definitely better than what we had for sure. I think more minds.
Replay management. Hopefully, there was one other clock management. Hopefully, we get better at that, Billy.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. I scratched my head a little bit on the defensive coordinator hiring just because, in Mac, I think you said this past. Holy cow! What happened? Was a windstorm come through? Is your roof still intact?
Yeah.
Did you get anything on you?
Wow, that was ear piercing. So the offense has been atrocious for years. So, no, Mac, I think you said it best. Patrick Graham, he's been around. He's been around a lot of teams, and he's kind of, he's been known for defenses to kind of falter late in the years or late in the season.
Not only
sounds
late,
like good
the
planning,
whole
right?
season. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I was trying to hold back, but I couldn't help it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean,
Go ahead,
Raiders were
Tony.
The
Raiders.
entirety.
Yeah, I mean, he was the defensive coordinator last four.
And the Raiders are just terrible. But
Yeah, I was going to
again,
get to that, but
yeah, what
everybody
is he going
keeps
to have to
talking
work
over
with
me.
here? Oh, sorry. What's he going to have to work with in Pittsburgh?
Well, I think better than what he had with the Raiders. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, he was the last 4 seasons with the Raiders, and they weren't that good. I mean, they were not. It was not a good defense. So I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what the upside of this guy is. I really don't. Angelecki, I don't have a problem with him. He has a lot of experience, and he's been very good in. He's good in Minnesota. He was also with the Pats when they were winning. Well, hey, winning, cheating, kind of goes hand in hand, right?
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
but yeah, I mean, that was my biggest head scratcher. It's my biggest head scratcher. I mean, he has, I read a thing that says he's known for tailoring his defense to strengths of his players rather than running a fixed scheme. I mean, you've got a lot in this defense. One of the highest. You're inheriting a high paid defense that really has been atrocious. I mean, last year, not good. So,
Nope.
But we'll see. All right, let's move on to free agents. Got a lot of free agents. Got a lot of unrestricted free agents. Looking at, I mean, I think Rodgers is coming back, right, guys? I mean, we think Rodgers is coming back, right? Yeah, I do too. He must be doing something right, keeping him there with nothing. He got people here. Yeah.
Bloody
Yeah. I mean, I think that Rodgers is coming back. I mean, it's the writing's kind of on the wall on that.
What's the price on that?
10 mil.
Yeah, I bet you that's about
He
right.
said last year, and what did he take? 20?
No.
No, it was like closer to 10, wasn't it?
No, it was 20 million.
No.
Yes, I'll read you the exact
1.5 minute,
No.
2 minutes,
Yes.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Get him cheaper. Yeah, I mean,
You're not going to get him cheaper. The guy's not an idiot. I mean, you really think he's going to sign for 10 mil?
Yeah.
10 with incentive.
yeah.
Ben plus 180.
Yeah, he said, "Hey, let's go, boys." Ben, okay, we want to get into that too. I didn't mention that in the opening monologue. We want to get into that too. He said close to 15 mil. Listen, I mean,
No.
I mean, he did last year. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen,
It's a mistake.
they're going to sign him, and I have mixed emotions about it. I mean, I'm kind of like 50. I don't know. I'm kind of like 60-40 on it. 60, I think it's a good idea.
By the way,
40.
last year he was at 13.5, just for the record.
He was not. Mac is wrong again. He was at 14.
Well, regardless,
14.175, Mac again.
Regardless, we'll
Okay,
get it,
for the hit. Okay.
The only reason I asked what price it says right now, they sit at 44.
By the way, we're going to Central Diner tomorrow because you said that.
No,
Thank you again.
44.768 million is what they have in cap space. So if you take 20 of that for Rodgers, it leaves you 24 million. Means you're not getting a high price for your agent, right?
They're not going to pay him 20 million, Ed.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to pay him 20 million either. I mean, that's just I don't see that happening. But
So
I mean, they'll give him 12 probably.
All right, since we're on the cap, Billy, here's
that's what I heard. I heard 12. I've been hearing 12.
Here are the people that are.
I think they'll give him 12. I mean,
Right, so-
personally, you don't bring him back for any more than 12.
Okay, so don't forget the cap, right? So we said 44. You bring him back at 12. Oh, by the way, here are the people that are due roster bonuses. Cameron Hayward roster bonus $12.95 million. What are you going to do with that?
Looking at how, I mean, he had a good year last year, I thought.
Okay, so you sign him. Guess what you're down to now? Right, you're at $19 million. You pick up a $2 million bonus on Jalen Ramsey, plus a 5.129 option bonus. So that's 7 right there. You pick that up for Jalen Ramsey?
No.
Patrick
absolutely
Queen,
not.
$2.5 million bonus due.
I don't, but I think they will, Ed. So
Who?
Queen?
Queen.
That's a big one.
Okay, we'll just keep going. $1.5 million due to Frymouth, who they never use.
Yes.
Deshaun Elliott, $2 million.
Yes.
Broderick Jones do $1.5 million roster.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Okay, so
you guys answer that.
Okay, here's the other thing: is you have Joey Porter Jr. to do an extension. What do you do with him?
Yes.
How much? Because now you only
Don't
have
know.
about $11 million left.
I don't know, but somebody's going to pay a lot of money for him because he doesn't give up many touchdowns, even though he had problems with penalties.
So then just take the 3rd round pick.
He didn't last year, though, Trace.
He did not
last
this
year.
past year. I completely agree with you, Billy.
Yeah.
Okay, then take the 3rd round compensatory pick and let him walk because you can't afford him.
Yeah.
If you're saying all those things, he's going to be worth, the average quarterback is what, 22, 25 million? You can't afford that. Not if you pay all those players. Hell, if you bring in Rodgers, you bring in the 2 old people, Rodgers and Hayward, that's over 25 million of your $44 million cap. That's not a lot of, that's 19 million to do nothing in free agency. You need a premier wide receiver. That means, and as I was talking to the French native from another place, Le Baron, he has no trust in Omar Khan to hit on any 1st round draft pick at all because they really just haven't. So you have to hit on every one of your draft picks. Me personally, I'd take some of those draft picks. You have 3 3rd round picks. I'd take 2 of them and try to move up and get somebody better. You have 12 picks. Trade 5 of them to get a franchise something or other.
Diesel says Malik is going to want about 25. Malik Willis is going to want about 25 mil. I don't even think he's an option. I don't even think that's
Malik Willis.
He's another field.
A little bit taller.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Or do you go after Tua? Do you go after
no
Kyler?
No, absolutely not.
No, absolutely not.
You know what though? McCarthy likes Kyler Murray, from what I heard.
Okay, everybody knows Kirk Cousins is going to get released. Do you go with one of your
Mac
2
Jones?
7th round picks? He's not. They're not going to let him go. They're not a stupid team. They already said they're not letting him go. Do you go after Kirk Cousins before he gets released and offer them a 7th round pick? Do you? Because you have extra 7th round picks. Do you just offer them a 7th?
Well, I mean, if Rodgers is coming back and everything's pointing at him, none of this matters. I mean, none of this matters.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So
you're right, Bill.
what do you mean?
Right.
Oh God, who are they going
They
to?
lost with him. You realize you guys lost last year. Another unsuccessful season.
Hey Ed, I'm not arguing that. Okay, I'm not arguing that. I'm just telling you, he's going to sign with them. That's all I'm saying. I don't necessarily agree with it. I'm just saying we've heard. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
How do you sell that to the fan base? Just curiosity.
That's their problem. That's not my
We'll
problem.
put it this way. Hold on, guys.
That's their
They're
problem.
going to do it. We've already agreed on that. And I think 2 of us, me and you, Bill, we agree with it too. They don't have a better option.
They don't.
I agree there as well.
They don't have a better option.
Okay, that's 3. Ed, you're on what? Let's go.
No, they do have a better option. Absolutely.
Who?
Go get Kirk Cousins.
We're talking about in the room. They have no other option.
Well, we all know that. But I'm taking
Well,
one of my 3 6s or one of my 2 7s, and I'll give one of them to Atlanta because they'd
Yeah,
rather
but-
have a 7th round pick
Okay,
than nothing.
well, hold on,
Yeah.
Ed. Hold on, Ed. I got to hit you because you're the big salary cap guy here.
That's me, baby.
If we were spending $12 million on Rodgers, what do you think you're getting with Cousins?
25
Right.
million.
Right. So now we have no money left at all.
But you have a quarterback.
Yeah, but who are we throwing it to? You better
Yes,
get your
I'm
jersey
coming
and
out of
start working
retirement.
out.
This is my coming out party.
Here's the thing.
Hold on.
I kind of disagree with you. Oh, geez, he's taking his shirt off.
Oh, I told him
Oh,
to get
no.
straight. He's ready to go.
Oh, here you go. This is
I
a family
know.
show, right?
You know where hey, do anybody know where the gym is?
It's that way. No, I mean, listen.
Hey, don't question Ed. The mighty
Hey,
one.
here,
He'll do
hold on,
anything
all right.
for this show.
It's that way. It's that way.
I think we all need to go play outside for a little while.
I think
So-
we do too. You know what, guys? Let's do let's all meet somewhere neutral tonight, and let's play some freaking tackle football.
Turkey Bowl, right?
I don't
Yeah.
have to do these anymore.
Let's go to Mount Lebanon High School.
All right, so just let me get this straight. The consensus on the show: 3 out of 4 people say bring him back, and miraculously,
What here?
this sweetheart of a guy who will not even show up till June. Such a sweetheart of a guy. And
Well, I
you're
don't
gonna
think
give
that's
him
gonna
$13 million.
No one said that.
Yeah, I don't
12.
think that's going to happen.
Okay, $1 million off. You're going to give him 12.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
Idiocy.
listen.
It's idiocy. It's literally it's the definition of insanity. Doing the exact same thing.
They don't
Yeah,
have a better option. That's the problem.
yeah, they
Yeah,
don't.
I agree.
I agree with that.
You
They
guys
don't
are-
have a better option.
How
They
am I
do
talking
not
to
have
people who love football, know football, talk football, live football? They have their options are so numerous. I can't even count them. Can't count them. I have a
Name
defensive
three.
end who's 32 years old who I could trade to somebody for picks or something. Trade him to the Atlanta Falcons. Get rid of 42 million. Hell, I'll even eat 10 million of it.
I mean,
Make them
look
play
at it like
32
this.
mil.
Rogers, he has no mobility. I agree, and he never has really. He'll never take a hit to get a first down. He just won't do it, and especially not at age 42. He didn't really do it at age 30 either, too much. But you know, he still has an arm. He's still pretty damn accurate. He still, you know, can command an offense. When you look at 3,322 yards last year, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. I keep saying that's not bad stats.
No.
He can sling it though. I agree, Diesel. Like it's, you know, I don't like McCarthy basically said, you know, I mean, he sat down with Bob Pompiani. It was the play calling he was limited.
Oh, nobody can argue that because Arthur Smith
Yeah.
sucks.
He sucks, and he's gonna be terrible at Ohio State. I cannot believe Ryan Day chose this guy. I mean, I'm just beside myself with that.
Right.
But that's beside the point. But
Yeah.
no, my point is you know, McCarthy. I mean, this whole thing, people with the hiring of McCarthy, everybody should have known that this was what was going to trigger, you know, Rodgers coming back. I mean, we all knew this. Like, this shouldn't be a shock to anybody. Like, it should not be a shock to anybody. Rodgers said it in his last year with the Jets. It was ESPN. I forget who it was. They asked him, what's one coach that you played for before that you would love to play for again? He didn't even hesitate. He said Mike McCarthy. Didn't even hesitate. Said Mike McCarthy. You know, Bob Pompiani.
I'm gonna use a quote from you guys. I don't care if he said Jesus Christ. It doesn't make him any good.
Bob Pompiani sat down and said, you know, are you looking to before, you know, this was a couple weeks ago. He said, you know, are you looking to rekindle magic with Aaron Rodgers? He said, that's the plan. That should tell you everything you need to know here. You know,
I agree. Hey, I got to jump in real quick. I hear you, Ed, and I know what you're saying. And if you're telling me you can go sign Kirk Cousins for $15 million as opposed to Aaron Rodgers for 12, yeah, I would take Cousins. Of course I would. However,
that wasn't the
that's
point.
not
The
going
point
to
is
happen.
you have numerous opportunities. You don't have zero opportunities.
I hear you. I don't want Malik Willis. I don't want.
You can go get anybody you want. You can do whatever you want. You can trade your whole draft for Ricky Williams. That's been done before.
I hear you.
Yeah,
But there's no quarterbacks available.
It's true. The Steelers. This is why if I were a Steelers fan, I'd be really worried about the organization because they're turning into a laughingstock because they cannot let go of these people. You have to let them go. Richard Seymour was the #1 defensive tackle in the NFL at 28 years old, turning 29, and the Patriots got rid of him.
Here, Diesel, we want to change. We got changed. Yeah, he's older, but the guy's good at play calling. Diesel, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. He is. You know, I said this before. We wanted an offensive guy. We got one. We wanted a guy that's good at developing quarterbacks. We got one. We want a guy that's good at play calling. We got one. Like, you know, I said that before, Diesel. Why are everybody bitching? Why is everybody bitching? Because he's 62 years old? That's why we're bitching? I mean, I get it.
Well, that's true.
The coach is irrelevant. That's not the point. The point is he could be the best play call that the
Listen.
NFL has ever seen at all next year. Literally ever seen. You don't have the horses. You got to get the horses. If you don't have them, this means you have to hit on every
I
single
don't,
draft.
you know, and I listen. I don't know that Aaron. I'm not sure that that's the answers. You know, bringing back Aaron Rodgers, but I know that it's right now in the it's better than the alternative of what you got. Right? I think so. You know.
Yeah.
And I agree. You know, there is. You should probably look elsewhere, and you should probably. But now that McCarthy's running the ship, they're not going to do that. It's just not going to happen. I mean, we can wish in one hand and you know what in the other, and you know, I mean, that's just he won with the Cowboys. I agree. He won. You know, he won in 2023 with the Cowboys.
Nobody's arguing.
Beat
Coach.
the freaking.
The fact of the matter, when the Falcons release Kirk Cousins, they're going to have to pay
him. Mold young QBs. Totally agree.
They're going to have to pay him about.
Diesel's firing it off, man. I like Diesel.
Young guy.
Get a young.
Howard. Well, he's terrible.
Yeah.
No, he's going to be.
I just think that at this point in time, Rooney's not interested in a rebuild. He said that. Okay, we know that he's not interested in a rebuild. So I think this is the best. This is the best case scenario: a Rodgers McCarthy reunion. I think it's the. I mean, you can. I mean,
it's not the best case scenario. You have to think outside the box. You just have to. Cousins is going to cost about $10 million.
I don't have to do anything. It's them that have to think.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't have to do anything.
The Steelers have to think outside the box, or else they're not going to win. They're not going to win forever. I mean, Cousins is going to make $30 million next year if he plays or doesn't play, right?
Yeah.
So he's not going to command another $25 million. He's just not. No team's going to pay him that. He wants a chance to start. If you say, hey, you can start at the Steelers, here's $10 million. He's making $40 million, and he still only cost you $10 million.
You think he's better than Rodgers?
Yeah, I do. Sorry. I do. At this point, yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. And he's not going to cost you that much money because he's making $30 million from the Falcons.
I'm on board with you. He is better than Aaron Rodgers right now. However, I'm going to tell you this. They ain't getting him for $10 million. And if they can and they don't, that's a mistake.
They are because how much did you pay for Russell Wilson? Anybody remember?
Like 12.
No, Russell Wilson cost you about $2.5 to $3 million.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because Denver ate it all. Yeah,
correct.
Right.
And that's exactly what Atlanta's going to do. And no team is going to pay him any money. The team he's going to go to is a team that says you can start. So if you say you can start at the Steelers, he will sign here for whatever the hell you want to give him. Right. You have precedent. You had two starting quarterbacks.
Diesel says, I don't think another QB has the brain to read a defense like Rodgers. I would agree, but also I would agree he's got to release the ball quick.
Well, no other team has the reaction time of a 42-year-old either. Yeah. So he can read, but he does have the reaction time of a 42-year-old.
Yeah.
I think you need to explore, and I think Cousins is a perfect fit. Spreads the ball around nicely. He is only going to cost you maybe a couple mil.
Yeah. Well, what was the problem in Atlanta then? What was the issue within Atlanta with him?
He tore his Achilles and came back and was no good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why?
Year 2 is always better. Look at Rodgers year 2 and year 3.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Right.
Healthy.
Right. What happened in Atlanta? They made the wrong decision. And they got behind, Mr. Roboto, that has 18 million injuries, and that got the coach fired, which was a dumb mistake. That's what happened.
Yeah.
You endorse the wrong guy, you get fired.
Yep.
He chose.
All right.
Cousins, they would have won.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: what's a free agent that you would like to keep? I have one, but I want to hear you guys.
I got to go back to my cheat sheet.
Gainwell.
Yeah, I was just going to say
thank you.
He's my number one top priority. He's a key offensive piece in my opinion, and they've got to do what they got to do to get him signed, in my opinion. What about Isaac Seumalo?
No.
Yeah. No. The door hit you where the good Lord split you.
What about Calvin Austin III?
Not at $10 million, you're not keeping him.
It depends on how much Calvin costs.
What about Cole Holcomb?
No.
What about Miles Killebrew?
No.
Yes.
You have to.
I would say yes.
Him and Skarukaraka are the best
Chronic.
we have.
What about Asante Samuel Jr. and James Pierre?
I think yes for both of those two.
How about Isaiah Loudermilk?
No.
Yeah, I think they had to get rid of him too.
Mac,
what about
can
Corliss
tend to
Waite?
do that? What's that? I didn't hear
What's
you.
that?
Corliss Waitman.
The punter, Corliss Waitman. What about him?
No.
The punter. I'm agreeing with that too, Trace. I think I thought they should have kept the guy that looked like freaking
Bill Barr.
yeah.
You know what I think. You know what I think the biggest thing about the free agents is that we got 3 guys on there that are receivers, and nobody cares about any of the 3.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, you know, here's another thing too. You know, I'm just gonna say this too. You know, if I was the Steelers, I was Steelers brass. I mean, I would look at doing whatever I have to do. I mean, you should have done it a few years ago when he was worth a lot more money because his production has fallen off so much in the last few years that now you're kind of like,
waiting.
you know, well, I mean, TJ Watt,
Here
I mean,
it
$41 million and
I
he got 7 sacks last year.
42 million. I know this guy. I met this guy one time when TJ Watt was 27 years old, and this guy said I wouldn't sign him at all, ever.
Yeah.
Anybody remember that guy?
Nope. Don't remember that
That's
guy.
Dr. McCown right there, upper right corner.
Yeah.
He was the vocal.
He said
I'd
Diesel
trade
said I'd trade TJ. I would too. But the thing about it is you could have really traded him like 3 years ago when he was at his most value, and you would have had the amount. You would have probably got 2 number 1s, and maybe what else do you think you got? You maybe got a number 2 in that as well.
That could have been the Herschel Walker of our age. You know?
Right.
Well, and I agree with you. They have really botched a lot of things drafting for a number of years. I said this before. Kenny Pickett put them back 5 years. That set them back 5 years. Look at it. Also, this one. Look at it. This one. You could have had Lamar Jackson. You passed on Lamar Jackson to get freaking Terrell Edmonds. Now tell me about now. You know, I mean, this is
could have had Jackson Dart.
Right. Could have had Jackson Dart.
And
now,
his hot girlfriend.
Yeah, but I'm going to say this. Jackson Dart, I mean, I don't know. He's kind of like, you know, he tries to be a tough guy, but he's hurt. He's in concussion protocol every other week, you know, and I like guys that play 17 games. Those are the tough guys. I just, you know, to me. But
Rodgers only played 16.
Hey, he's a pussy.
Come on, man.
Did I shoot all 6 bullets or did I shoot 5? But no, I mean that's just I don't know. It is what it is. But
the coaches as well as the scouts have a 8.4% hit rate under Tomlin. The rest of the league is 44%. You need no other stat. He's terrible.
Yeah.
He's gone. You can
And
stomp
like,
him.
I'm tired of talking about him. I'm sick and tired of talking about him.
How far did he set the franchise back?
A lot. Their first round picks the last 10 years were bad. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. A bunch of them that were bad. And you know, it's one thing to mess up one year, but get it right the next year, maybe get it right the third year, mess up again. But whenever you mess up every year, I mean, it just puts your franchise back. You just, you know, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back all the time. You know, actually, it's 2 steps back, 1 step forward if you really look at it. Right. But that kind of be the same thing though, wouldn't it? Okay.
Right, and this isn't the world dancing.
You are not Paul Abdul.
Right, opposites do not attract.
No, not the world dancing competition.
I had a big crush on her back in the day. By the way, when I was a young kid, you know,
there may already be a line for that, Billy.
Yeah,
for those who had a crush on her.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's get into the Super Bowl because we got a lot of other stuff to talk about. We're 40 minutes talking Steelers. So all right, Super Bowl, guys. You know, it was a snoozer. I mean, It was a snoozer. 9-0 lead at halftime. It was a field goal kicking and punting fest. Jason Myers, God bless him, set a Super Bowl record with 5 made field goals. I don't know. You know what? It kind of looked like a little bit of the. It kind of looked like the varsity versus the JV a little bit, which I was a little bit shocked by, to be honest with you. But I mean, it was a bad Super Bowl. I mean, if you were tuning in for excitement, you could have I don't know, maybe watched Desperate Housewives or something like that. I don't know. Diesel said he was sleeping at the half. Yeah, I mean, I was eating chicken wings and sliders, and I was I was trying to. I don't know. I mean, I would miss like 10 minutes here and come and miss a series, come back in, and my brother-in-law would be like, "Oh, nothing happened at all." Okay.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Do you want me to rewind it? No, that's fine.
I get the gist of it.
Yeah, but I mean, at one point in time, 19-0. You guys talk. I mean, there's not really much more for me
The doctor
to say.
and I talked, and I think they just got thoroughly outcoached. The defense held on as long as they could.
My observation of the whole Super Bowl, from my understanding, and I don't know if I'm accurate, but I heard that 78% of the country didn't understand Bad Bunny, and 87.4% of the Patriots offense didn't understand Josh McDaniel.
I think you're a little low on that.
That's great. I love it.
I think you're a little low on that one. I think it's 90% of the offense.
I tried to give him credit. I have to give him a little more credit than I need to.
Kenneth Walker, I was fine with that. Becoming the first running back since '98 to win the MVP, 135 yards and 27 carries. Yeah, I mean, Diesel says proves you can win with a good D and a mid QB.
Still a first round pick.
In this case, I guess you could. It was not entertaining at all in the least bit. No aspect of it was entertaining. None. Zero.
I don't think we can grab a hold of this thing and say that you need a strong defense to win a football game. I think you just had a pretty good defensive team beat a team that made it to the Super Bowl probably 2 or 3 years earlier than they should have made it. Can
I say something real quick? I think if you had Bo Nix in there instead of Stidham, I think we wouldn't even be talking about this. We would have had the Denver. It would have been the Broncos versus the Seahawks, and I really believe Bo Nix could have won the Super Bowl this year. I really believe that.
I don't think
it's a fair assessment.
I don't think that's a reach. I think that's real, Bill.
Yeah, the AFC was trash. I agree, Diesel. It was trash, and I mean it kind of makes you wonder. Josh Allen. I mean, he had the easiest, path to the Super Bowl this year, and it kind of makes you wonder, just I don't know, if he's ever going to get back again. I mean, I don't know. It was nobody was beating Seattle or Rams. I mean, you might be right. You might be right on that. I think it would have been a better game. I think Denver would have been able to put some points on the board, and I think it could have, forced Seattle. Okay, now we really have to buckle down here. We can't just kick 5 field goals, and so. I mean, here it leads me to a segue to another question. Does the NFL have a problem with the product? Is the product good right now? Because I tell you what, I agree. A lot of people are saying no. A lot of people are saying the product is bad. It's really terrible. Bad. Mac, you and I were talking the other day.
Yeah.
I think college is way better. I mean, you look at the national championship with Indiana and Miami, way better. Way more entertaining to watch than this. I just think that college football right now, if you ask me, I'd rather watch college football than NFL. I think it's a way better product. I don't. And I tell you what, you know who I blame? His initials are RG. That's who I blame. He has just, in my opinion, he has just single-handedly just effed this league up for years, and I mean it has just been bad. The amount of f-ups that this guy has done, and the owners keep voting him. He makes us a lot of money. I at some point in time though, you can make all this money, but then the product's going to start to falter. Like I think it is. I think we're on the brink of it, and I think that at that point in time, you're going to reverse a lot of the money making that you've done. I think is going to be. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is the product good right now? Is the state of the NFL good right now? Because I don't think it is.
Better than it ever has been financially, ever in the history of the NFL. Did you hear the stat that the Forbes list came out today? The average NFL club is now worth, or the average valuation of an NFL club is now $7.1 billion. Let that sink in. $7.1 billion.
Steelers is chiming in. College ball has always been better. I agree. Totally agree.
It's facts. Yeah. If you just take the college game itself, just the game, okay, in an entertainment value, there's no question, no question. Not only was the story better, the play's better, the fan base is better. It's incredible. Now, on Ed's point, I don't understand it. The money's incredible. The league is worth more now. There's more viewers. There's more money. I don't understand it.
I know what it is.
The whole playoffs is watered down. It's horrible. I don't understand.
I know what it is. I know it's international. The international audience is helping a lot of these drives in the money making. A lot of these clubs, it is because you know what? 25 years ago, somebody from Germany, somebody from Romania, you really couldn't watch NFL football. How did you know about NFL football? Now, all you need is this now, and you can just it's just
you can stream anything.
Everybody in this world, everything's at their fingertips now. You don't have this.
There's easy fixes they're just not willing to do.
I mean, Ed, you know that me and you being Premier League fans for decades, yep. You know that back in the early 2000s, it was hard to follow your team.
Yep.
It was very hard to follow your team. I've been an Arsenal fan since '97. The only time I ever saw Arsenal games was occasionally on ESPN2, yeah. Maybe occasionally, and I mean now you can get the Ocho. I got Peacock and I can watch every single match. I got the app. I can watch every single match on that. I've got Pluto that has, UEFA Champions League. I can watch their UEFA Champions League when they play in that. I mean, it's at your disposal. It's at your fingertips. You can be a fan of anything. You could follow the freaking Indian Cricket League if you wanted to. It's just, I just look at it, and I agree with one thing. I think it was Florio that said it. He was on, I forget where he was. I think he was on The Fan a few weeks ago, but he was talking about it. He said, I think in the next 10 years, we're going to see 40 teams in the NFL, and we're going to see a division in Europe. And he said it's going to take the NFL from $1 billion product to $1 trillion product, because I believe
not in 10 years. That's a huge leap. The league, if you add up the league, I mean, they made $20 billion in revenue this past year. $20 billion to, 999 billion that's a huge leap. They might get to 100 billion, maybe. That's quadrupling their value in 4 years. That's difficult to do in any business.
Yeah, Diesel said I played the game till I was in my mid-20s. I love the game that much. I love the game too much.
I still play the game.
Yeah. It's turning into flag league, but it is what it is, and I agree. And I'm going to say this about flag. I call it flag. It's not football. You do not put football behind flag because it's flag. It's
not flag soccer. It's not flag softball. It's not flag basketball. It's flag football.
Well, it's not football.
It's not kind of football.
I think it's Cooper flag. Actually,
I hate it. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb. I won't watch it. I won't watch it in the Olympics. I think it's an absolute joke.
Flag football. Is that in the Olympics for real?
2028.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. USA.
No, I'm not watching that.
Yeah. No, it's not football at all. Diesel says it's trash. It is trash. It's absolute trash. It's just an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke.
Yeah, but
I have been watching all the Olympics, but I will not watch that.
If they put their moniker on the UFL and expand the UFL, you're gonna have a.
They won't do that though.
They
won't do that.
We can dominate the airways.
They don't. Yeah, I mean, you can say that RG is a clown. He's an absolute.
I'm about
clown.
to send him another letter. I'm telling you, I'm about to send another one.
Well, he's an absolute clown. He's
I don't think you read my first one.
Well, yeah, the guy's a clown. The guy is an absolute clown. I mean, there's a reason why nobody ever booed commissioners like they boo this guy. I mean, people hate him. People hate him. The owners, I don't know what you guys think, man. I really don't know what you guys. I mean, I know what you think. He's making us a ton of money, but you got, I was always once told, not all money is good money, and it's just, I don't know. Maybe that's not true.
Well, the Redskins sold 2.5 years ago for just a little bit over $6 billion. They're now worth $7.25 billion. So Josh Harris in 2.5 years has made over $1 billion already.
Yeah, and he's a joke too. I mean, he's an absolute joke too.
He made him $1 billion though.
Yeah,
you can't get a return on investment in that except if you're Epstein.
Yeah, it's all entertainment now. Vegas sports betting, it's dying.
Yeah, that's what's killing it.
Yeah. All right, let's transition here. Let's talk a little Pirates. All right. Started. Pitchers and catchers reported today. I mean, listen, guys. O'Hearn, Ozuna, Lau. I mean, I don't think that this moves the needle too much. I mean, I think it moves a little bit, but I want to know. I want you guys to tell me what you've seen thus far. Do you think they're contender? Do you think they have any chance of contending a little bit in the NL at all?
No,
I don't either.
No,
I think you're still about 2 to 3 bats off from contending. I really do.
By the way, you could make that statement for the last decade, Bill. That exact statement.
Yeah. Tracy, I know you're probably going to have some different of opinion. What do you think? I mean,
I think they're going to probably get as close to 500 as they can, if not maybe make it over 500. And we'll see what that does for anything. I just think that with these bats, it's going to alleviate some of the problems they've had. But, guys like Cruz still have to show up. You still need a catcher to hit, right?
Well, yeah. Diesel says, this is not my field. All I know is Pirates suck. Well, Diesel, okay, stick on, buddy. We got 7 more minutes. Just stick with us, pal.
Well, he's figured it out already.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he knows. Yeah, you know it.
He has the formula.
You know enough. I would say it is your field. If you know the Pirates suck, I think you're. I think you pretty much what's up.
He's official. Brush it off.
Yeah, but no, hey, I agree, Trace. If you could get. If Ozuna, O'Hearn, Lau, if you could get freaking, if you could get Cruz and Reynolds to start freaking hitting, you paid them all, especially Reynolds. You paid them all that money. I mean, come on. If you could maybe even have Jack Sawinski start hitting, what do you do with Bart? I mean, I think Bart may be gone. We're talking about this whole McCutchen thing. I think the signing of Ozuna, I hate to say it, but I think that
is coming.
I don't think he's
it'll
coming
be Connor
back.
Griffin's coming up, and if Connor Griffin comes up and he actually plays decent ball, that's when they're going to be able to go over 500.
I agree, Trace. I think you're onto something on that. I don't, I hear, and I know they're the flagship station, but I hear the fans saying, "Oh, this is great. Finally, we can talk, optimism about the Pirates." I don't, if you're in this city and you've watched this team for any amount of time, I mean, if you've watched this team for a decade, you're always with cautious optimism on everything, because it's just you're always sold a bag of goods that is just looks great from the outside, but when you get it home, it's like, just
does
not
that Griffin? Hey, does that Griffin kid get a swing before he's aged to drink?
He has.
He should.
Really, like seriously.
He's only 18 right now, ain't he?
He's 19.
He's
He is?
19. Yeah, but he said Diesel says every time I went to PNC, they probably won 5 times. I'm from Western New York. No baseball. All Pittsburgh fan here. Hate Buffalo. There you go. That's awesome.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
When the Pirates are going to be over 500 and contend for a championship, when they're sold.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
talk about them. They're terrible.
Yeah, well,
the guy would never have a winning
You've
team.
been listening to Diesel, Ed.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I just look at this like this. You know, we are conned every year. We are conned every year by this jackass as an owner. They always try to like, oh, we're trying everything we can. We're doing it. It's when you look at other teams and what they've done in the offseason, this is a drop in the bucket to what some of these other teams have done in the offseason. You're not even remotely close to the Mets. You're not even remotely close to the Dodgers. I mean, you're still – I mean, you want to talk about offense? Okay, you signed Osuna, you signed O'Hearn, you signed Lau. Let me tell you something. You're still – if you compare the Mets and the Dodgers, you're still about 4 bats off. You're still about 4 bats off and probably it's probably about 2 – rotation guys and maybe probably about 2 to 3 starters off from what those guys have. I mean, literally. I mean, compare the rosters, and compare stats, batting averages, ERA, and tell me. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, I think if you do the math, you look at it.
I don't think you're wrong at all, Bill. But this Osuna kid, when they brought him in, you know, he's going to take the everyday play, from my understanding, and that does push McCutchen out. Now, do the Pirates? I think we all can agree there's no room for McCutchen to play every day. However, do you think they make this legacy, this leadership pick, and try to get him on the team? Do you really?
Well, you know, Ben Cherington said. He said, "Will they trade Skeens eventually?" Yeah, Diesel. He's going to be out of here. You know, and I if I'm him, I want out of here sooner than later. No, Cherington. That's a good question, Mac. Cherington made the comment that he's leaving the door open for McCutchen. I don't know how
he is, because there's no salary cap.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, and I think I think the way that the Pirates did this whole thing was kind of like they could have done it. They could have done it a better way. And I think the way that McCutchen has handled this, I'm kind of shocked by him and how he's handled this, because I'm going to tell you something right now. Bro. I don't think the guy can play anymore. Okay. I don't think he can play anymore. He thinks he can. And that's what happens with a lot of these professional athletes, especially guys like him that are pushing 40. They think that they can still play. They think Father Time, that they can still kind of, well, I'm 39. I can still, I still have the leg up on Father Time. Listen, Father Time's undefeated last time I checked. And, it's just, some of these guys can't walk away. He's one of them. I think he's one of them. Some of these guys just can't walk away.
So do they sign him or not?
No, I don't think they do.
Really?
I mean, what are they going to sign him for? They're going to lowball the hell out of him.
Well, I mean, no one else can sign him, Bill.
No, so nobody else will.
He's going to take whatever.
No, they might. Hello, guys. Hey, Ralph. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Yeah, they'll have 8 bobblehead nights for him. I mean,
well,
is there better in Midland?
Well, here's the thing. I agree. Nobody's gonna sign him. The only franchise that would sign him is the Pirates. He's not going to get any. There's not going to be anybody entertaining anything outside of the Pirates organization. There just won't be. So,
true that.
I mean, that's just the way it is. So,
we got to finish on a high note. Pitt sucks.
Okay.
It does suck.
Yeah.
Is he done, really? Are they firing him? Is he gone?
You know what? I don't know. I mean, they should have fired him. They should have fired him a couple games ago. I mean, what are you going to do, though? I mean, what are you going to do, really? I mean,
less money in NAL, they're going to be terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I knew Duke was gonna, run. I mean, I thought Duke was gonna beat them by more than what they did. You know, but yeah.
Well, they actually hung around. They hung around the first half.
Yeah,
a little bit.
They did.
Yeah.
No, they did hang around first half. They got they go to North Carolina. They go to Chapel Hill on Saturday. By the way, if you really wanted to watch a good college basketball game, how about last Saturday when Duke in North Carolina played? I mean, that buzzer beater was just amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, Duke come back like that.
Was a buster.
Yeah. So, but they're gonna have their work cut out for them.
You know what? When those two teams play, there might not be a better game to watch. I don't care what the rankings are. That game's blockbuster almost every year.
Agreed.
Yeah, but
all right.
I'm going to drive by Chapel Hill and go to the beach in North Carolina.
Well, they probably should.
Yeah,
they probably should. We're out of time. I mean, I was gonna maybe, throw some other things in here. We were gonna talk a little bit about the Olympics, but we're out of time. I mean, go USA. I don't know. I think hockey. I think Canada's gonna win the gold. I don't know. We'll see. I just want the NHL back, to be honest with you. So, but
America.
Yeah. America. So, all right. Hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back next week. Tomorrow night we got the Gridiron Weekly, so check that out. We've got some other shows here on the network. Final Word with Maddie B. Check that out. Sunday through Thursday, 9 p.m. We got Philly Friday Frenzy with Al. We got Philly AM Sports with Al and Mike. So check that out. That's at 9 a.m. Prop Locks and Parlays with Mike. And then we've also got Pittsburgh Sports Tonight. Check that out with John Phillips. He's been doing that at 7 p.m. Monday through Wednesday. He's been doing that. I think I don't know that he's doing. I think he said he's down to 3 nights now on that. So, but thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll be back next week, and I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about next week, gentlemen. Right?
See you later. Yep.
All right. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks a lot.